Hello. Uh, fuck. Let me just set this up. Hmm. Hello. It looks like people are actually hopping in. Alright. Not necessarily expect it. Mm. Hello. I'm well. I'm just a little tired. It's, fucking, whatnot, 11 p.m. So I'm a little bit exhausted. There's a little bit of background noise being picked up by your mic when you speak, but we can still hear you perfectly fine, so it's not much of a problem. Yeah, apologies. I'm mostly using a headset, so I fear there might be some just noise. Very kind of you. Also, thank you. I don't think much of my voice, but apparently some people enjoy it a bit more, which is good. Today I will probably be a little bit quiet because I'm streaming without a friend around or anything, so I might be a little bit slow when it comes to reading the chat and all that. Hello, just wanted to come by. I sadly have to go now, but before I do actually leave, I just wanted to say, hope you have a good stream and a good night. Also glad to see you back on YouTube. Thank you, W. I was very occupied with moving and everything, and had some internet issues before, so it took me a little bit. I tend to mostly be online around art streams, so this is probably a strange sight for some people. But yeah, I'm around now, I guess, or at least tonight, because I really want to see if my stream upholds, because I just got an extender for my router, because it tends to not reach all the way to my room that well. Hello, Ria. Hope you're well. Love the grump. Yeah, I have the same problem. I think it's pretty common in small towns in Germany. Yeah, it's the first time in a long time that I've lived in a town. So, considering that I live in a town that maybe has around like 2,000 citizens, yeah, I think I'm quite lucky to have like internet as good as I do. It just the house walls were apparently thick enough to kill the router a little bit. Rem, who works right next to the router, tends to have no internet issues at all. It's just that for me it cuts out occasionally, so I just got an extender and now it seems all fine. I'm actually sick, but these vibes are healing, so win-win. Hi, Auk. Hi, Penny. I hope you recover well, Ria. I hope you feel better soon. Also, yeah, I'm doing a little bit of Seder rendering, or at least trying to, because I was working on it earlier. I just wanted to use this as an excuse to also try out stream stuff, because I've been meaning to do that. Rip, just when I'm about to sleep, you stream. I'm very sorry, Garrix. Also, how's the new place been, by the way? It's been surreal. The first half a month I had no internet, so it was just me sitting idle knowing that I would have to hopefully get my internet to work by all means necessary, or any means necessary, because I didn't have enough money to be able to make it to the next month without getting some form of job or commission out of my system, so that was a little bit stressful. I'm settling in now. Got internet, Rem is here, so it's good to have somebody to talk to. Rem has been getting into work more recently again, so she's been getting more occupied. Otherwise, it's been actually rather nice. I'm getting used to it. But it's by far not as scary as I worried it could have been to move into a new place, or move out all around. I think it's surprisingly easy once you arrive there. It just will feel strange for a while, it seems. Let Rem know I said hi. I'm glad the stress has subsided some and you're able to get back into commission groove. Yeah, I've been getting a few commissions done in the past few days. It's been very nice to get back into that as well. Just pretty much every commission is just a reassurance of you're doing okay, you are not going bankrupt, and all of that shit. So that's good at least. It's by far not as dramatic as I'm making it out to be, but it's still good to have that basic stability back. I'm afraid I can't let Rem know that you said hi until tomorrow because she just went to bed. But I lived with my dad for a few years and had to use my pretty limited hotspot for the entire time because they refused to get internet. I feel that pain. Oh no, I'm so sorry. At least I had decent internet. I only had to survive half a month without any, but you know. Oh, I wanted to peek for just a sec. I won't be staying for long. Lovely work, love the character design and shapes. Thank you. Well, bust into her room and tell her then what's the point of being roommates if you don't go goblin mode on each other at once. Just kidding, that's just what my roommate does. Yeah, no, I'm going to let Rem rest. I was in a call with her just a moment ago, so you might be able to text her. She might check her phone at least a few times. She's been working all day, so I would not want to deprive her of her rest. It is a little funny to be doing biosafety training while listening to the stream. How so? So I gotta go now. Wishing you the best internet and a lot of motivation. You too. I hope you take good care, Tokyo. Your sleep is vital. She needs that REM cycle. God damn it. You better tell that one. Finishing up at work so we don't have time to stay. Wishing everyone a good day and wishing you a good stream. Thank you, Luca. I hope you take good care of yourself. Hello, Georgie. Georgie, is that the right pronunciation? Hi. Hope you're well. What is the grumpy friend's name? I can sadly not say that yet, because they're going to be my player character in a one-shot that Penny is hosting. And I believe only 2 of the players know their name at the moment. But I can text you their name if you want me to. You just have to keep it a secret until then. Can't wait to play a shitty parent interacting with their shitty kid. It's going to be very fun if it happens. And I apologize in advance, because they won't. Alright, let me hand you the name real quick. 1 second. As a DM, I find myself playing angry fathers a lot more than I expected. Well, frankly, the reality is that that parent did not have a gender, you just kept calling him he, so... Originally you were playing, you would have been playing more of a gender fluid individual, really. Could have been an angry mother, even. So maybe you're the one to blame for playing angry fathers. Considering that Victor wasn't originally meant to be a father figure either, I at least can partially blame you for that one too. The only gender. Yeah, no, it's very funny. More than once I find myself just like showing Penny a more anthropomorphic character and she will very, very quickly call them he, just automatically. You'd think that Penny of all people would not assume genders so quickly, but here we are. We can still make them non-beanie. Oh, it's fine. We can just make them gender fluid because that's what this character will be. So it's up to you. I really don't mind. I just think it's funny. I'm on my phone. Called out live on air. Mayhaps. There's one thing that has definitely surprised me with the move, which is having lived very high up, elevated from the ground. Like, even the last house that I lived in was on a hill alone, and I was in like on the second floor. I'm not used to having mosquitoes in the room. And I've seen like one mosquito float around in spite of the temperatures, and I just find mosquito bites in the most random places without really ever catching a mosquito. It's very confusing because usually you hear them at least to some extent, but I never hear them. Maybe they just have silent mosquitoes over here. This is looking so lovely, Ark, and the connection is pretty solid. Only pretty solid, I was hoping it would be great. Damn. Guess it sucks that badly, huh? Pretty solid, 10 out of 10. Just steal the router. Okay, I can't just steal the router from Rem's room. Even if I theoretically would have wanted to, which I did, the connection that I have in my room, which was supposed to work for the router, does not work for whatever reason. I was calling the company and everything. I was on a phone with like one of the guys, and he was like, "Oh, it's not working in your room. Try it in the other one." And for some reason, it works in Rem's room, but not in mine. Like, I can set up the router in Rem's room, but not here, which is bullshit. It's probably because only one of the sockets was registered. I'm not an electrician, but for some reason, the router just will not work in my room. So, or at least it doesn't connect to the internet when set up in my room. So I got an extender and set that up. So now I'm working directly with like a LAN cable, so it should all be fine. I shouldn't have any internet issues because it's like directly connected to the house itself rather than the router. Well, it is connected to the router through the house rather than the other option, which was with the property management to go like, oh, we can drill a hole into the wall and drag a cable through there. I'm like, maybe not. But no, it works all now, I think. I haven't had any interruptions ever since I installed the extender, which was recommended by Rhino. Very grateful for that, because I don't know my shit well enough to be able to judge, like, oh, yeah, okay, a fucking extender, of course, like, that's a thing. It wouldn't have occurred to me if I wasn't told about it. Hello, Raven and Yuzzy. I hope I did not break that name. You got 3 Z's in there. There was no way that I was gonna get that right. Howdy doody. Duty? I'm not sure. Hi, thready prawn. I suppose. What's a thready pawn, Ian? Prawn. Oh yeah, Penny, you still there, by the way? Goats are very confusing, I've learned the past few days. They have just enough dog and enough horse in it for me to not be sure what I'm dealing with. Let me figure out what to draw next. Goats are very unusual. They really are. They have some very strange shapes to them. They're just funky dudes. I'm not sure about that. I would believe that there's probably a very, very good reason why goats are used for satanic depictions. They're fucking terrifying. There's just something very, very ominous about them. It's probably their eyes. Was fun catching the stream again. Unfortunately, gotta go. Alright, I hope you take care, Raven. The stream isn't supposed to be as big as the usual ones anyway, so not too much is gonna be missed. It's probably there as I see, but I would have been fun to chat for a bit longer. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is having a good day. Yes, I am. Ooh, a fawn satyr. Is this a D&D character of yours or a commission? This is a D&D character of mine. A new one that I look forward to playing soon. Hopefully. I don't know for sure yet. Ooh, have fun. Yeah, I very much look forward to working with the satyr. I have done, of course, satyr designs before, but I've never made one for personal usage. Or at least not recently. I've only recently gotten into it, is what I meant to say. It's surprisingly fun. I love the satyr race in D&D. Much clop energy. Well, she is gorgeous. They're supposed to actually be a gender fluid character, so I look forward to messing with both gender depictions. As in, more so both masculine and feminine leaning attires. While of course keeping it all steadily goth. Or goth-like. As far as you can go with a Feywild aesthetic, I suppose. If I may ask, what class is she, if you've decided? They would be my first, Don't worry, if they're gender fluid, then she, her pronouns also still apply. Don't worry, you didn't cause any offense. I believe the class is going to be my first Sorlock. I'm not gonna go into the class details just yet until I get to play them, because while it's not the most dramatic of secrets to spill, I know that I'm very hesitant still about telling people what subclass they are exactly, but they're going to be a Sorlock, which means that they have an insane amount of cantrips for the most part. They're very cool looking, thank you. I have been having fun with the character's shape design. Fair enough, cantrips are incredibly useful. They can be. I definitely did not at all find myself realizing that out of the 10 cantrips that I get, I only needed 8 maybe, and the rest is just boredom. Especially that you can cast them multiple times a day. I believe cantrips you can just cast unlimited, right? Straight up. Especially that you can cast them at. Thoughts on tieflings? Tieflings are incredibly valid, and we should go extra on all the bestial appearances, because base tiefling, while charming, we can go a lot more nuts than that. Like, visually very compelling. I found that if you want to make at least for myself, I definitely have a hard time sometimes reducing myself to the usual tiefling restrictions, because if you're gonna go devilish or demon vibe with the character design, then go nuts. They have way more than just like demons and devils have way more depictions than just a goat or like dragon-like creature. You can go anything from goose to fucking dog to anything, and just get variety in there. I very much like them though. Not my favorite race by far. I think I prefer Fearbog over tieflings, because Fearbog have a lot more of the soft-featured animalistic features, while I feel like the look that I usually apply to Fearbogs I could also apply to a tiefling. I myself will be trying my hand at a warlock next campaign. It's me, my brother, and 8 other friends of ours. Next game will have to be smaller, unfortunately. It will be very interesting. Oh boy. I'm used to maybe a maximum of 5 players in a party, and it can already get overwhelming. I could not imagine 8 or 9 players in a party. That sounds insanely overwhelming. But maybe it's a different type of playstyle that you're dealing with, or maybe it's easier in real life than it would be in an online setting, because I'm so far only used to playing online. That's why I'm going Reborn for my next D&D character, my warlock. I look forward to eventually getting to play just a pure warlock. I continuously fail at just the opportunity. I think I made a full warlock, or was intended full warlock once, but the clan, like, I ended up not being able to attend the campaign as much as I had hoped to, and ended up having to drop out, so that as a hopeful plan now also kind of fell apart. But maybe I'll get another opportunity in the future. And I mean, right now I get to mess with at least a warlock multiclass. Why are we going fewer, as this was his first time DMing? I think the tiefling lore for them is kind of boring. I don't know enough about the tiefling lore. I think the most that I recall is that they're descendants of devils, which sounds like a good baseline to work with. I think homebrewing any type of setting with your character usually is the better call. Even if some D&D lore can be fun, it always feels more personal if you have your own approach to the lore. Just expanding from something that you'd enjoy working with rather than trying to fit into that lore. Unless you, of course, like working with set laid out rules, of course. Just knew people didn't like them and held their crosses close with tieflings. Yeah, no, tieflings definitely seem to mostly be visually very fun to work with, but in from experience, most D&D settings, or not that much experience, I don't have that much experience, but from what I've seen, it looks like tieflings are, in a lot of cases, just humans with horns, which can be fun visually again, but lore-wise it usually breaks down to a very, very simple concept, it looks like. But that isn't necessarily bad, it just, yeah. Definitely with D&D races like that, I can imagine that it very quickly, the question is very quickly raised toward the DM of like, do you want this race to be incredibly normal, or do you want the race to be normal, or do you want to actually just have your player have the worst time and be called a demon crawling around every corner? And the moment that you write like tieflings to have just normal families and everything, that's where it's gonna, you're going a mile of just standard D&D racism to just say like, haha, people don't like you. I feel like, I don't know, I don't know enough about tiefling lore to be able to judge it. Yeah, I feel like tiefling lore is really vague and open-ended, so homebrewing your own off, that can be really fun. I've always liked designing and seeing designs of more bestial looking tiefs, and I love them. Yeah, no, just how I think, especially with tieflings being more devilish demon based, I feel like with both like as well with angels, I think I don't know if I saw anything like it before. There must have been something, or probably not, but something that hit me more recently was the idea of having ASMR more based on the more horrifying looking angel depictions. Just an ASMR that looks abstract as shit would be very fun. Just how with demons and everything, you have like your fucking goose-headed lions and everything. Where are those tieflings? Where's the really abstract depictions that would be very fun to witness? Very fun to witness. I'm losing my ability to speak already. Do Fearbooks have a base design, or is it kind of a race you can do go haywire with beast-like humanoids? I don't know. I like when I made my Fearbog or Fearbog based character. I remember looking up Fearbooks, and while the visual appearance was the way that Fearbooks were described was as quote unquote ugly, which you can't just. Well, you can, but describing an entire D&D race as just supposed to look ugly is a little bit of a tough topic there, I feel like. I very much like the description that they gave where Fearbooks were very animalistic, where it's just like humanoids with animalistic like traits. I specifically remember reading up that Fearbooks, like, again, had animalistic appearances, but it didn't specify cows where I read up on them. So I ended up making my bear character, Ithos. I think I posted her on Twitter a lot, which is this one. The good old bear-based Fearboat. There's so much potential just from the race alone. Why the fuck would you describe them as just ugly? Especially if they have animalistic traits, then there are so many ways of just approaching it in a very Fey-like manner. I'm pretty sure that the lore implies that they are from the Feywild. So, with the Feywild having the sort of very animalistic beauty, why wouldn't Fearbooks have to be abandoned there? Why can't you make them look pretty, you know? Did someone say Fearbokes? Yeah, I was considering playing one. You absolutely should. I really personally adore Fearbokes. They're just very good characters, especially for wisdom-based classes and druids and stuff. And I don't know, I had a blast playing mine. And again, it says animalistic human, at least where I read it, and just taking a spin on that, you basically have so many options of just designing that character to fit into pretty much any lore. Fearbokes are wonderful and I love them. Me too. They currently remain as my favorite D&D race, and they shall probably remain as that for quite a while. I think because someone on Critical Role had played a Fearbook as their secondary character, they had a cow-like Fearbook, and so people went off of that. Very possible. I don't know. Again, I saw even just in the official art, like most of the depictions were very cow-like. So I think it might have been an official lore thing where just a lot of Fearbooks were for some reason depicted as very cow-like. Again, you can make very pretty cow-like Fearbooks as well. It's more so the fascinating part of like it doesn't specify it in a lot of the lore that it's specifically a cow. It just says animalistic. So why are you missing out on the potential of just going haywire on that? Just getting sidetracked with random shapes now. I'm surprised no one has done something like a Beast from Beauty and the Beast type Fearbook with how little the description offers. Yeah, oh, you should, Ria, if you're listening, you should absolutely share your, was it Tusk? No, fucking, the elephant person Fearbook hybrid, just the massive tusks. There are so many just fun ways of approaching a Fearbook design. Little half. Yeah, you should absolutely share little half. Wish my style was more like yours. Well, you could study, like studying other artists' styles to try and learn from them is not too strange. I'm saying not too strange as if it was strange. It's not strange at all. There you go. Me watching Rome speed paints obsessively as a high schooler to try and learn from her techniques. I mean, it's a good way of learning in the end. Especially if you can't really afford art school or anything like that. You can really mostly learn from others, and sitting down to try and understand how others draw the way they do and then adapting it into your own style allows you at the end of the day to develop your own style in a way that just utilizes other people's techniques. Love Little Half. Yeah, I agree. It's a very beautiful design. I'm so jealous of how fast you draw, like I could never. Well, I mean, you can try. You can try and practice. I know that everybody draws at their own pace, but it doesn't mean you can't try and study to get more comfortable with quick shapes. Breaking down shapes in a more simplistic manner and trying to not get too lost in the details can help if you want to pick a pace with your art. It's usually the needless, or not needless, but the potential to refine that leaves us stuck in the details, where we overthink a shape and we try to refine it and make it look great, when sometimes the only thing that, especially if you want to study Impressionist art, it's very good to just sit down and try and figure out how, at the end of the day, it's just how the whole picture looks, not how it looks when we zoom in on it. Well, that depends on what type of art you want to make, but of course, but if you want to work faster, then working in the direction of Impressionist art is probably a good direction. Or at least taking some inspiration from the art pieces. Did you go to art school? No. I never went to art school. I taught myself by watching videos online. Not really tutorials, I never had the patience for tutorials, but I watched Speed Paints, and I've also been drawing ever since I was 4 years old, so before I did watched Speed Paints, I would just draw by looking at like art books and photos and try and imitate that. Cartoons were a great inspiration naturally, so. But no, I never went to a school officially. Out of that resulted with a very stubborn attitude. I think once during school we had an art class that I attended for like a year, where my teacher forced me to sit down for longer because they said that I draw too fast and that I don't allow myself enough time to process an artwork, and they made me sit down for like a week straight on a more realistic still life drawing. And yeah, it looked great at the end of the day, but I never went back to that. Slow drawing, while I respect it a lot, it takes so much time. Way more time than I would like to invest. I want to be able to look at an artwork after like an hour or so and say, I know exactly what this is supposed to look like. With very hyper-realistic artworks, it can take forever to have that certainty. And I don't know, a lot of expectations. I'm very glad that cartoony artworks are a thing, because otherwise I know I wouldn't have the patience to do illustrations probably. Or I might have to get used to it, rather. Hmm. I'm glad you like the character Eternity. Alright. Let me see. Don't think I'm gonna be streaming as long as I would usually, so I'm not gonna stick around for too much longer. This mostly served so I could test run everything and see if the stream would be interrupted at all. Which means that I should be able to do streams in the future. Which will be good if people want to hang around for those. I wouldn't know what to stream at the moment, but possibly even in the future some commission work if the people who commissioned me would be okay with that. And yeah. I think otherwise I'm probably going to be good to get some food because I've had a very simple breakfast so far. Also, thank you, Penny. I need to change my user here. That's pool. So you'd rather be called pool then, or? No, fam, go get some rest. Soon in a second. Not quite rest though. I'm probably going to get something to eat and then set aside some time, because I actually didn't wake up that long ago. Yes, it's midnight, but I woke up at like 6 p.m. So this is still the start of my day, but a nap could be very good, to be fair. I was actually also hoping to reanimate that little avatar that I have for the streams, because it's survived like a whole 1 or 2 years now. I think I should be able to finally put it to rest soon enough with the newer one. It just serves the purpose, so when I check the stream, it shows me immediately whether or not the stream is working by just having the GIF work in case anything else isn't quite doing its job. But I'm probably gonna be working on a new one soon. I got some sketches laid out for it, and shouldn't be too much work to do it. Then I'm going to say thank you everyone for hopping in for the very short duration that I had the energy to stream for. I hope to be able to do longer streams in the future. For now, just a very short, quick stress test pretty much. And it seems to all be working out just fine, which is good. Thank you all for hopping by for the short little duration. I hope to see people around in the future again.